What's up everybody, Nathan here, and welcome to another video for the series Road to Launch, my journey to building a product. I pretty much want to just explain how I arrived at the decision to make the type of product that I'm building. So pretty much I wasn't really aware of building a product. You know, I was content with my web design, and I just figured if I expand my services, I can just diversify income different ways by doing different things. But reading a couple different blogs and seeing a couple different people at work and seeing them in process, it definitely inspired me and showed me that perhaps I need to make a product as well, and that product needs to be based upon everything I learned in running an online business and running a business specifically as a web design business as a freelancer. So I noticed that there's other freelancers doing things out there, and they asked me questions that seemed to come fairly natural to me. My whole background was in engineering, and then I was working for a web hosting company. But when I went to get my MBA, I learned so much about business, and it came so natural for me. I didn't even really go to school for that. I went to school because I wanted to do IT management, but on all like the digital marketing things, I was acing them pretty easy. So I was like, well, I guess I should probably pursue this because it's just coming naturally to me. So pursued it, got my MBA, and then I was applying everything I was learning to my business. You know, they spoke more so on a larger scale for corporations, but I just tweaked a few things and applied it to my small business, and I started seeing some momentum and some things change, and for the better, right? So I said to myself, okay, maybe that's something I can do with, but I'm not really sure. I know I didn't want all the information to go to waste after I graduated. I wanted to do something with it, but I didn't know what. The only thought I had in my mind was maybe I'll go to like a community college one day and teach. I ended up reading an online blog at nathanbarry.com. If you don't know Nathan Barry, originally he's a designer, but he created a couple of books, and then he wrote a book on how to write a book. And that book was called Authority. The book is called Authority. It's still there today, still available for purchase today. And in that book, he just walks through his logic on what he did to write his first two books. But he didn't just write two books. He had some bonus features and some other things like that. But it really helps you see the journey he took in developing his product, and gave me idea to create a product for myself. So you might be thinking, okay, Nathan, you said product a lot. What product are you working on? Glad you asked. So the product I'm working on is a resource for freelancers and creative entrepreneurs. The resource is pretty much going to involve me writing down my thoughts on the common pitfalls that I see creatives wrestle with. I've recognized that as a creative, you want to focus on your craft as much as possible. You don't want to get caught up in the day-to-day running the business. Yes, you need to invoice. Yes, you need to market your business. You know, yes, you need to have client meetings, all that. But I noticed when people don't really know the best way to attack those angles, they waste a lot of time there when their time should be spent creating, working, and doing the thing that brings them the most money, their skill. So for me, I'm creating a resource about that. The resource will be specifically for freelancers, entrepreneurs, and creatives. If you do anything online, if you're a solopreneur, if you got your own business, whatever it may be, all these principles will apply in this resource. Specifically, I took everything I learned about digital marketing and everything I learned in my MBA, and I put them together to do all this and to begin to build a product, right? So there'll be a written component of the product, but there'll also be some videos, some specific tutorials, some screencasts, really just sharing everything and showing people this is how you set up a business. This is how you prepare for taxes. This is how you market. Pretty much any question you may have, I'm pretty much gonna throw it in the resource. Why? Twofold. Because I don't want the information to go to waste, everything that I learned. And another reason is I wanna help as many people as I can, but I can't do that through one-on-one conversations. It's best for me to create something and then give it to you all, invest to everybody for that specific product. When I say give, I mean give like I'm releasing it, not like I'm giving it to you for free. Though some people have a chance to get it for free, so I guess I can say that. Again, thank you for checking out this video. That's how I arrived at the decision. Pretty much, I was inspired by something that I read that talked about creating a product. Once again, that's on Nathan Barry's site. He has many articles about it. I was inspired about it, and I saw other people doing that very thing and rolling out products and doing that. And I figured what stopped me from doing the very same thing. Not to mention, I kept getting compliments and questions from people that I know about the information I was giving out, and I didn't want it to go to waste. So I wanted to at least put it together in a resource. That's how I came to the decision to create a product. If you're thinking about creating a product yourself, I would simply say this: what question do people ask you the most? It can be your clients, it can be some friends, it could be some people that are aware of the business that you run. What question do they ask you the most, or similar type questions do people ask you the most? Chances are, whatever the answer is to that specific question, you should probably make that your first product. For me, I was helping other people get up and running, and I was giving them advice. And I honestly got tired of repeating myself. So I said, let me make a product so I don't have to keep repeating myself, and I can just point them to the resource, and they can check out the resource as many times as they want to, instead of me, whose time is limited. And as I mentioned, whatever questions you're getting asked, that the answer to that is specifically your first product. But also, it doesn't have to be specifically an information product. You may want to look and see what's out there and see what is the best solution that you can come up with that still answers the question, but it may not be so typecast, and similar to everybody else's. So, get creative and get unique. But in my case, I just want to be consistent and get something out there, because information can empower other people. Thank you for checking out this video. In the next video, I'm going to talk about the writing process, how I decided to write everything down, how I came to that conclusion, how I began to get the writing down, because it all starts with writing. If you're working on a product, there's no way to avoid it. Even if you're doing video, you're going to have to write an outline at the least. So it all starts with writing. And I'm going to show you in the next video how I came to the conclusion on what I have written thus far and how much more I need to go to expand it. Catch you in the next one. See ya.